Hey guys, it's Tiny Tom Logan back with another video for you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the long-awaited Asus Republic of Gamers Spatha gaming mouse. Now this is an all-singing, all-dancing gaming mouse, and I know that it's actually been delayed a couple of times because they've wanted to get it absolutely spot on for the launch. Now they do kind of have a few other ROG mouses in the range at the moment, but this one is probably the most feature-packed one that they've released yet, and it's also a pretty high contender for one of the most feature-packed mice on the market. That's all for you guys to debate about between your favourite brands though. So this one, the Spatha, has an 8200 dpi optical sensor. Now that's not all that, 8200 dpi, you can get mice with more than that. But this one has a 1000 Hertz polling rate when it's in its wireless mode, because it's wired and wireless. But it's got a 2000 polling rate when it's in the wired mode. Now I've struggled to find anything with those kind of specs online with the search that I've done. But anyway, we've talked about some of it. I want to go through and talk to you about it. Now the box in itself is a bit an event when you take it, when you get it all out. Basically, there's your, get it in the camera shot. It's all new on this new desk. You can see what it says, and I'll read it out to you quickly. It's welcome to the elite Republic of Gamers community. So you almost get like a membership card. And you've got the manual that no one will ever look at, and then we get our first look at the mouse itself. Now the mouse itself is really nice. I personally, I like this kind of Aztec look that they're putting on a lot of the ROG products lately. The finger buttons that are up here, it is flashing, by the way. It's because it is actually still on. I forgot to turn it off. There is a power button on the bottom. Anyway, the two buttons up here, these are completely independent from the mouse body itself. I'm just going to move everything out of the way so that we don't have to keep looking at it in the shots. So we've got two completely independent mouse buttons. We do also have a button here so that you can change the DPI setting quite quickly. Scroll wheel, which is clickable as well. That's also got the Aztec feel on the scroll wheel. You do have a rubber section down this side, which has got more of the Aztec kind of design on it. USB does go into the front there. We've got your front and your back buttons there. I normally use these for browsers, but I have to admit, with the buttons that are on the side, and you have 6 buttons on the side, I've ended up kind of using these more as those buttons more than anything else. Now all of the buttons and the colours and the 3 lighting phases, because you have a lighting area here, a lighting area here, and behind and in between all the buttons here light up as well. That's all customisable in the Asus ROG Armoury software. Now, if you go and have a look on the main website, we've gone into depth with all of the features and all of the looks and the colours and all that type of stuff on the website. So please, if you are interested in this, click through. But we will continue now with what is in the box. So in the rest of the box, we take the packaging out for what the mouse come in. And then what you do end up with is a carry case. Now, although this didn't come with the mouse in it, you can carry the mouse in it when you go to your friends and stuff, and it's a quite a hard case as well. It would survive some battering if you had a laptop or you were going to land. When you do open said carry case, you get your first look at the stand, and what I will do just quickly is I'm going to get the base of the stand out. Now the stand and the mouse are magnetic. One thing that you can see here is you've got the Republic of Gamers logo, because obviously this is going to be standing up on your desk and greeting you, but you can also, because they're magnetic, is drop the mouse right on. Now the mouse does have a 2 pins there for charging, and you can see that the 2 pins are on here, but they're both magnetic as well. So when it goes on, it's quite a latch. It's almost like there's latches at the bottom, but when it's on there, it really is on there. You have to give it some serious, you can see I was tipping it almost right over then. and it's still managing to stay on there. So you have to be quite rigorous on it. But when it's on your desk, that is what you're greeted with. The cable actually goes into the back, and that's really quite simple for you to be able to do. It's also a micro USB cable. So any of you out there with like your Android phones and things like that, that's actually one of the simple things that you can, you know, if you wanted to use those. Cable wise, I will say that it has, I'm just fitting the cable for you while we're on camera. Cable wise, I will say it does come with a 1 meter rubber cable. I'm assuming that that's just a nice short cable or the one that you're going to use for the stand. But it does also come with a 2 meter lovely soft braided cable as well. Obviously you can use it in the mouse or in the stand. It doesn't matter, but it gives you two nice options there. You do get two, and these are, they're plastic, but they are very hard plastic ROG badges. Now, I'm not a fan of case badges. I think case badges are a bit of a noob item. You know, when you see like the powered by Asus and your Intel badge for your processor on the case, I personally think, and it is a personal thing, I think it ruins the look of your case. This, no, I could be swung, but I actually think this might look nicer on the inside of your case next to the motherboard or something, to actually make kind of a hidden feature of it rather than having like a tattoo or a tramp stamp on the outside. One thing that also does come with is extra Omron switches, and there are 2 of these switches in here, and I will show you why, because the mouse does come with its own screwdriver. And then on the underside there are 4 little screw points, so that you can, they're little rubber covers on them, you can bust these off and then take the mouse apart. Now I'm not going to bore you, so it has literally taken me about 90 seconds to take the 4 screws out and then pull the top off. You can see that with the top, again, you can see the totally independent buttons. It's also kind of easier to be able to show you the buttons when it's off. One thing that I will say, when I see something like this and how easy it is to remove, I know that you could end up losing the logo at the back, but I couldn't help but get excited about the fact of maybe even being able to customize this. Now with the Omron switches, they are here and you can replace them. Not so much the fact that they might wear out, you get 20 million clicks on these, but more the fact that you can change the way that they feel and respond. So you can get tougher or lighter switches. There are lots of ones available. We've listed them on the website, all the different ones that are compatible, but they literally just pull out and there are 3 pins on them. It's really very simple. They're handed as well, so you can't really get them in upside down, but it's awfully simple to be able to do that and customize your mouse even more. Talking about customization, the only thing that I can see really that it doesn't have is to be able to adjust the weight. Maybe that it was something that it isn't necessarily that important nowadays. I have to say I prefer a little bit of weight to my mice. But anyway, so you can't adjust the weight. You'll have to decide whether that's a big deal for you or not. So the ROG Spatha, with its £140 price tag, it certainly puts it up there in the ultra extreme kind of full blown. You really have to want this mouse to want it. But I was surprised how many mice do actually come in at around this kind of price tag and more. But with the 8000 DPI sensor, the 2000 hertz polling rate, the fact that you can have it in wired and wireless mode, you've got the customizable switches, you can customize the lights, and the software is really easy to use as well for all your macros and being able to assign all the buttons. It really did tick all the boxes. The only problem that I could find with it personally was the fact that the weight wasn't able to be changed. The weight incidentally is 175 grams when you've for just the mouse. Now I have to admit, it wasn't the fact that it was too light, because it does feel very solid and well built. It was just the fact, to be honest with you, I was looking for something that it didn't have, because other than that it seems to have covered all the bases, and that is the reason why we decided to give the Asus Republic of Gamers Spatha mouse the OC3D Enthusiast Grade Award, because let's face it, as far as mice are concerned, they don't get much more enthusiast level than that. But for now at least, this is Tiny Tom Logan with another video for you. Out.